8 runs in this very crucial match.
You're live.
Do the commentary.
And
308.
last 12 overs, 60 runs.
So
38 overs, 248. And 50 overs, 308.
Why are you complaining? You said that this is a better team than the main team.
They will still win this test, this game. They'll still win it.
Test felt like a test match to you.
The last 12 overs did seem like a test match. I mean, just about 4 boundaries and 2 sixes. That's it. And Huda and Akshar hit it in the 48th over. And they are struggling from overs 40 to 47.
Before we get into the game, all the struggle, how did you enjoy a one-day match?
Dhawan sparkled. I like the way how Dhawan batted.
typical one day innings.
Typical one-day innings. Shreyas, we felt okay. A short ball is just.
I think you didn't get his question.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Good.
So your game towards the next innings here only?
I can.
We'll join you
For the Zoom.
respective.
Yeah. From Zoom.
We'll
Let's
take
do that.
power nap.
Avinash is saying, will you guys be there after the match? Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Siddharth is here. Both of us will join him, and of course we'll join you guys also.
Yes.
Yep.
Sanket Joshi joins us from Germany. Sanket, will get to Sanju Samson's innings. Also, Dipinder Singh is here. Ikpreet always joins us. So, we'll take all your questions.
Yep.
So, somebody pointed out, just go slightly up, that the pitch started off as Wankhede, like Ikpreet is saying, then became Mirpur.
Slow, low and low, yeah.
But that is what my point was, and that is what I was going to come to, because when you're saying that the second half was like felt boring, the start was good, that's because with the new ball it was easy to strike, you could hit. When the ball got old, you saw people who were stroke makers like Sanju Samson, like Deepak Huda, even Akshar Patel, can hit. It was not easy.
Yes.
And credit to the West Indian bowlers, I saw they bowled a lot of slower deliveries.
Yep.
They were cutting the pace. They realized that it will not be easy to score runs here once the ball becomes old and soft, and they did that. So no discredit to Samsung, Akshar, Huda. It was not an easy pitch to bat on. There on.
But at international cricket, you won't get things easy. You have to make use of these opportunities.
So they took you not past 300. What else do you want? On a slow pitch, which will get slower, 300 and all will be winning totals. It will not be easy for any team chasing.
So was it a bad toss or rather bad decision? Wrong decision maybe from Nicholas?
No, but I'm saying it will be a problem even for the team chasing. So whatever.
That's why I'm saying. That's why because they are the ones who will have to chase now.
Yes.
So maybe
and
they may,
West Indies rarely chase 300 targets in ODIs.
West Indies rarely
bat 50 overs.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, even Shikhar Dhawan wanted to bat second on this wicket. But going by what has happened, especially in the second half of the innings, of the Indian innings, maybe you're right. The ball may just...
No, it was very tough. See, again, Deepak Huda you could make out. He's a stroke maker.
Yes.
Was struggling to time. So was Sanju Samson again a strong. It wasn't easy. And then what you could... Even Akshar was trying, if you saw. But they were cutting the pace. They realized. See, that way West Indian bowlers are smart. They realized, cut the pace, make it tough. But I think the decision you're talking about of them wanting to bowl first, West Indies, was primarily because there was rain predicted. So they said if it's going to be a stop-start sort of a batting inning, why bat? Let the team batting will have to have stop-start, because later half was supposed to be clear weather, and so when the team batting second would know what the target in case it's short-turned or even if there is any rain in the middle, they won't have.
But they're the local team. They should have known the weather. The clouds would subside after a point, because it usually happens.
Very tough to predict weather. Yeah. I mean,
Did they play according to the weather, or they were not confident of their strengths?
No, I think they were not confident enough to bat first.
They lacked confidence.
But they mentioned about the weather. Nicholas Puran spoke about the weather. He said there's a bit of weather around and we don't want to be batting first because the rain could disrupt your innings. So that's why they decided that. Coming back to the Indian innings, lots of questions coming. By the way, Ninad, thank you for pointing out what is happening in the other game. We've been keeping a close eye. England had their back against the wall
Against the
once
wall,
again.
yeah.
South
72
Africa,
for 5 they were reduced to. Dwayne Pretorius 3 wickets.
And do you know what Liam Livingstone has done?
6 and 4.
Yep.
Something
3
like
sixes and a 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Sam
still
Curran
his strike
also.
rate is 146 only. That means he was
Only.
Yeah.
no, but that
That means he was struggling in the initial part.
initial part, or not struggling. I think he was
But
being
he's
a bit
dismissed.
circumspect.
But he's out also.
Yeah, he's out now.
We are talking about the Indian top order. That England top order looks really, really brittle against quality bowling.
Yeah. So England have been struggling
Helpful conditions.
against India. Now have lost the first game against South Africa and on course to lose the
Yeah.
next one also.
A 29 over game, by the way. It's a 29 over game because there was a 3-hour rain delay.
Yes, it was raining there.
Yes.
Okay, get back to the India game. Shikhar Dhawan, I think this is eighth
Time that
90s.
he's been dismissed in the 90s.
in the ODIs.
Yeah. There is one certain Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar out for 18 times in the
No,
90s.
but he's
But
played
he's
those-
played.
463 matches.
Exactly.
Then
I think it's
strike rate wise, he may have a higher strike rate of 90.
4 times I think he's gotten out of 99 alone, I guess, Sachin.
Who?
Ah,
but
Sachin.
he's
You're going to play 400 matches
450
then.
matches.
Yeah. You're going to play
But
those.
Shikhar Dhawan would be very disappointed,
Yes.
and so would be Shubman Gill.
Shubman
I
Gill.
thought
He looked the best batsman.
Yeah.
he had a great
Any
chance. I thought he
debate
missed out
over
on
it?
a double 100.
who looked like the best Indian batsman on display today?
Shubman Gill, of
Shubman,
course,
Shubman.
looked comfortable. He looked
Best
comfortable.
amongst all.
With Dhawan, you will never get that feeling that he looks comfortable.
Nobody
or
he
settled.
looked
No,
good.
but he
His
was hardly
few cover
beaten.
drives.
Yeah.
He was
few
hardly
flicks.
beaten
Yeah.
today.
He'll be scrappy.
Nobody was beaten here at the start.
Yeah, start nobody. No, start I don't remember. May have because I don't remember to be.
No,
you
I
must
was
have,
watching.
Ah.
So Dhawan would be like one ball he would miss, he'd start smiling that, oh, rare ball, I've not been able to hit it.
There was a phase when I was wondering, not a single ball, not once, any of these batsmen, Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer or Shikhar Dhawan, none of them got beaten. In fact, the only time I saw Shreyas Iyer was beaten twice.
Yeah.
I think the bowler was Moti or
Yep.
Akil.
Gudakesh Moti, Akil Hossain.
Gulakesh Moti Kanai.
Moti Kanhai, yes.
Gudakesh.
Gulakesh Moti Kanai. Two left armers they played.
Yes.
Akil Hussain as well. But the best batsman, Shubman, Shikhar, again I'm repeating, but they had the best time to bat with a hard
Yeah.
new ball. The ball was coming onto the bat nicely. That's what happens in these Caribbean pitches, and the pitch in Port of Spain is known to be that slightly, it would, be a bit sluggish. Like after the bounce, it will take time to come on. And I think the batsmen that came down to bat lower down the order, that will include Surya Kumar Yadav, Sanju Samson, Deepak Hooda, they all did not get the best conditions. So the best place to bat here in the West Indies, if you want to get a lot of run, top three.
Top 3,
The
yes.
hard ball, and once you get settled, then
Yeah.
you can actually
Yeah.
play. Your
So
stroke.
just my only advice is don't judge these guys, the lower order batsmen, on the basis of this performance. They didn't get the best time to
Yes. Shubman again looked so good, but lazy running. Lazy
Yeah,
running got in that
yeah,
run out.
that
Otherwise,
bat. Ross asked a question, so who amongst these is going to replace Virat Kohli in the 11? But nobody will.
nobody
Which
can.
11?
This 11.
No, I don't think
Nobody
so.
will.
As of
When
now,
Virat
Virat
comes-
has to replace one of these guys.
No. What he means when the full strength team plays. Who will
In
replace
ODIs
Virat?
or T20?
Oh, ODI only.
ODIs.
this time. I think so.
But first, Virat has to make himself available to play an ODI. No?
Please show us comments, Shivam.
Yeah.
Why no crowds in the stadium? Ninad wants to know.
But wasn't there a smattering of crowds?
Yeah, 50 people. Maybe.
50, 60.
Yeah, but the
And
question still
majority of
stands.
them were school kids
Yeah.
who were forced.
Traditionally, nowadays, if you look at Windies cricket, there is not much of crowd for ODIs and tests. It's only there for the CPL and for the T20Is. That's it.
Yeah, that's also very limited.
very
The harsh reality is cricket is dying a slow death in the Caribbean.
Yep.
From the time that I used to travel there, it used to have packed houses.
Yes.
Even during test matches, I saw a good crowd.
Yep.
Antigua, the old ground, and I think the test
St.
match I
John's.
covered, ARG, Antigua Recreation.
Viv Richards
Viv
Stadium.
Richards Stadium now.
Now is Viv Richards. That one was Antigua Recreation, the
Oh, the
old
old one where Lara hit 375
Yes.
and 400.
That match I covered, a test match. I think there was a last test match on that crowd. On a test match, there used to be crowd.
Yeah. It went to the last over 100,
Yes.
9 wickets down
Yes.
West Indies.
Srishant bowled the last
Srishant. Oh,
One
Collingwood
wicket.
left it. Yeah.
India needed one wicket.
Yeah.
But so was that. So the crowd has been dying. They don't come.
Yes.
Cricket has been dying. Crowds rarely come to watch cricket in the West Indies, which is sad. CPL gets a decent amount of crowd.
Decent, yes. And even the T20Is.
That tells you what the future is.
Yeah.
Tells you the future of cricket, at least in the West Indies. Yes.
See, West Indies, whenever they dominated in any format, that format would be populated by crowds. Till the 90s tests and ODIs, there would be crowds. Now T20Is, they have success. West Indies, 2-time champions. So they will populate that format a lot more.
You had a theory they were watching something else on TV. Who? The crowd in the West Indies. Who was saying? World Athletics Championship.
Oh, yes. Yeah. They must be more focused on the World Athletics Championships.
Anybody
in the USA?
Anybody from Trinidad? In that?
I'm sure there must be a lot of people. And why just Trinidad? So in this team, you actually have players from Trinidad.
Yes.
But still, you have so many players from so many other islands.
Because again, in the
supporting a team.
if you get the
55
Caribbean,
people are here. I'm sure a lot of people.
55. Yes.
The Carib nations.
100 people must be supporting.
If one has to look at the dominance of athletics in Carib nations, only one, Jamaica. Dominates.
Yeah.
No, that we know.
No, but the sprinters would come from Trinidad also.
Exactly.
You remember the guy that used to wear glares, Otto Bolden.
Yes.
Trinidad, he was 100 meter.
Yep.
Then I interviewed who at that time was the third fastest man in the world, Kim Collins. I was in St. Kitts and I found out his house. I went to him. I interviewed him. When I saw him, he looked so unlike a sprinter because sprinters are bulky, right? He was thin. Really thin. And so I went to his house. He gave me an interview, very nice interview. I spoke to him. And I said, about your fitness, how do you? So he says, unlike all other sprinters, you have to be very careful about what you eat. He's like, my metabolism is so high that he said, I once in a while go down to my beach here, the party, I eat, drink, whatever, pizza, nothing. I don't put on fat at all.
Jeans.
He was at that time the current bronze medalist at the World Championship, 100 meter. He was third.
This was which year?
2006. Kim Collins. Must be the most famous man in St. Kitts at that time.
Absolutely.
So you get. Avtar Singh has a very interesting observation.
He's saying India's top 5 batsmen, they had their names starting with letter S.
Shikhar Dhawan,
Siddharth
Gill,
with Shanathan, Shivam.
Shane has left.
Shane has gone. Shivam is here.
Sanju Samson, Surya Kumar.
And our editor Saurabh. Saransh is off. Siddharth.
The S team.
Actually.
The S
So
team.
today there was Shikhar Dhawan, Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer,
Sanju
Surya Kumar
Samson.
Yadav, Sanju Samson, and Shardul also.
Shardul.
And Siraj.
Mohammad Siraj.
Because his name is Siraj.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is.
That's correct.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So 7 players.
So like it happened with me once.
Lot of
2000. No. This name you were saying, na Siraj. So so 2005 Zimbabwe tour. I interviewed Mohammad Kaif. So I kept referring to him as Mohammad. Somebody told me his name is Kaif. It's spelt like that.
Yeah.
The name is after the surname.
Yes.
That is, so then I. So that is why to your point about Mohammad Siraj.
Exactly.
Don't be judging.
Don't judge less than 10 innings per player by who over 250 innings, 50 plus average, Shikhar, Virat, Rohit.
Sekhi Chatterjee is saying don't judge these players like Shikhar, like Virat, like Rohit, all of whom average over 50 in about more than 250 innings. Don't in 10 innings, don't discard them and don't judge them, which is a very valid
point.
True that.
And some of these players, I'm sure you'll see a lot of them in times to come, the likes of Shubman Gill, maybe a Ruturaj, maybe a Ishan Kishan or Sanju Samson, hopefully.
Deepak Hooda.
I'm sure Deepak Hooda, I think is should be there. Even I'm saying even if these players, the names that I have taken, they may or may not be part of your T20 World Cup squad. Although Deepak Hooda at this point in time, he looks slightly ahead in that race. May or may not go. That's something different.
Yeah.
But in times to come, we'll see a lot of these players playing for India.
Yeah. On that subject of what Saket has said, that don't judge these players, Soumya Bhardwaj is saying that Josh Butler, Jason Roy, Root should be dropped according to Indian parameters. They have not performed for the last 10 matches. But Soumya, just a correction in that, they have not performed. But when it comes to few Indian players, the criticism also wasn't after few matches. So the names that you are taking, I'll just point that out. Josh Butler was the best one-day batsman till the last 7-8 games.
Yes.
You saw what in the IPL before that as well. Okay, so you cannot. His slump has just started.
Just started, yeah.
Okay, ditto for Jason Roy, who wasn't playing for the longest time because of an injury also. Joe Root may not have got runs in the ODI, still the best test batsman in the world right now. So had Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, whoever the players that we are criticizing in India, had they had an outstanding IPL, hypothetically, and then failed in these few games, I don't think there would have been criticism for them. Just that the failure has been coming for a very long time. So I don't think it's a fair comparison when you're comparing Butler and Root to the seniors that we're talking about.
And you can't say that Joe Root is out of form. You can't say that Josh Butler is out of form.
Exactly.
So
I just said Josh Butler till 7-8 matches ago was the best white ball batsman in the world, without any doubt.
Exactly.
He just at the IPL was the standout player. But that wasn't the case for either Virat or Rohit. Let's be fair. So the criticism for these haven't started because they are Indian players and Indians like to criticize it, because that slump has been there for a very long time.
Quite long, Kohli, 1,000 years, 1,000 days.
Yeah.
But it feels like such a long, you may say, eon, no? Eons have crossed.
But there was a point about why don't you do a show about the death of ODI cricket and bilateral. We'll do it. We'll do it.
After the death of the series.
Yeah, maybe after the end
Once
of
the series is dead, we'll do a show on the death of...
Prodigy Thoughts is saying, Nikhil sir, also, do you remember Yuvraj and Bravo last over 2006? I was at the ground, my friend.
Yeah, I do.
I was at the stadium. And I must tell you, I'll tell you the name of the series. It was the Digicel series. I was at the stadium. West Indies won the 2 games that were played at Jamaica. At Sabina Park. That game happened. And the crowd, by the way, those were the years where even Monday in the pack. And I remember the stadium went crazy. And we were not sitting in the press box because the fun used to be, so we used to come down just below the press box, some seats that used to be empty. We watched the game from there and the noise was crazy. And it was so much, it's so much fun to watch the West Indian crowd, guys, girls, whoever they're all having a good time, drinking their favorite beverage, dancing like wickets are falling, and there was these...
Doesn't matter who's actually winning.
No. But West Indies winning, the energy is double.
Yeah.
And it was double. And they have those bands also, and music playing. They were just... It was a different atmosphere. You don't experience cricket like that anywhere.
That was the making of Dwayne Bravo. The
slow
death
balls,
bowler,
slow balls he bowled.
That slow ball
I
Yorker.
remember that. Amy Sam says, Gill is so classy and effortless to watch, just like Rohit. So much time and such a wide range of shots. ODI is the best format. I still back him.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And ever since he came into the scene in Test cricket, I actually thought that he is the guy who will eventually replace Virat Kohli at number 4. Although he's saying number 3 in Test matches. Well, that was actually an idea some months ago. But he got himself injured. I think that was against New Zealand at home. That was the idea, just to test him, because, and at times a lot of people have said that you people are blindly backing Rishabh Pant. This is before that 100 that he scored. At times you have to back the potential also. These selectors, a lot of people who are completely invested as to whom to pick and whom to discard. I think Shubman Gill, that is one thing that a lot of people see in him, that kind of potential. That is the reason why he is being given so many opportunities. This was his maiden 50? No. Shubman Gill's? No, not.
He has hit a 50 before. He has hit a 50. I think 58 was his previous highest.
Okay.
May have been.
He did hit a 50.
Okay, so I'm saying, that is where the job of a selector or all these people who are involved in selection process, that is where their job comes in. Because if it is all about stats, numbers, then anybody can pick a team.
Yep.
You have to invest in the right player.
No, by the way, with Shubman, it's not now that people are talking about his class. Even
150.
before
He
This
was
is the first 50, maiden 50.
yes.
even before he made his debut, international debut, people had already been talking about
Yep.
Shubman Gill. That he is one, technically correct, classy batsman coming through the ranks.
Yeah.
So he was highly rated.
And his work ethics, especially before when he was coming into international cricket. Before that, a lot of people, the likes of Yuvraj Singh, Harbhajan Singh, people from Punjab, who had seen him, who had spoken to his coaches, and a lot of, they used to talk about him. In fact, everybody used to tell him that you have a great future if you keep your, if you are there at the right place. So don't get distracted.
No, the fact that his family moved from their village
Yes.
in Moga to
Yes.
Mohali
Just to
just so
pursue.
that he could pursue, that itself is pretty big. Anil Bishnoi, is he related to our friend
Saransh?
Saransh? No. Hi Rahul and Nikhil, I'm back on sports today after my exam. Anil, welcome back. I hope your
welcome.
exams went well, man. I hope you did well.
Today we had the results of class 12 and 10th also.
Yeah,
Oh.
CBSE
Girls
class
have
12.
again outscored guys as always.
As always.
Numbers, imagine. I saw a few of the students actually, they scored 100% marks.
Oh my god.
How I can't understand in our time, like there was no chance how well you wrote your social sciences paper, like
Language papers, they would never fetch you full marks.
never. Language and your history, whatever, geography, that was social studies, no chance you'd ever get 100 in that. No chance. In fact, in those days, I remember
Only science and maths would give you
60, 70 used to be very respectable in social
Yeah.
studies and all. Where you had to write like pages after pages.
History,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
civics.
Divya Namdev and Mayank Yadav.
Divya,
They scored 100%.
Divya Namdev,
And Mayank
Mayank Yadav.
Congratulations,
Mayank Yadav, not Agarwal.
who
Yeah.
scored
100. These two scored 100. Yeah, oh man.
Wow.
They both from Uttar.
Both from UP.
From Bulandshahr. Huh?
They don't know which city.
Wow. So
Not from Muradabad, I'm sure.
So students have scored 100. Virat is still waiting for his 71st.
By the way, Virat Kohli was here. 100 was for the taking. Because he would have batted
Yeah.
start.
But with two left arm spinners, you don't know. You don't know. Virat struggles against
He's
left arm.
going to-
Cynical.
Practical.
He's cynical.
You said that this team is better than the main team.
If they win, maybe.
If they win. You mean the main team would have lost to this West Indian team?
Imagine what Hardik
Who
Pandya-
You were
knows?
telling me the team of Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya, KL Rahul included would have lost to this West Indian team.
They would have been more motivated. The West Indies team, come on, we have to win because they have already touched rock bottom, lost to Bangladesh of all people 0-3.
Imagine what Hardik Pandya would have done here.
Yeah.
No, though he would have found it tough to bat.
Little
Never
difficult.
know.
Ball's not coming onto the bat very well.
Even Pant would have struggled to time the ball because it was becoming sluggish.
Yeah.
What happened?
Now, what are you showing us? Please give us some comments, Shivam. Dominic Thiem is all set to win the Gustad.
Yeah.
Have you been there? No. It's in Switzerland, right?
Sweden.
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 Not Switzerland.
Switzerland is Basel. Gstaad, I guess, is in
Gstaad is
Sweden. Sounds
Sweden.
Swedish.
maybe.
Yeah.
I've never been there, unfortunately.
Nope.
Yash Gaur is saying only way to earn money is to give stadium on rent for parties.
In West Indies or here in India?
Gill will be more consistent now after Gujarat Titans stint. IPL was the breakthrough year for him.
Quite possible.
Well, maybe.
But wasn't his breakthrough a couple of years back?
He's saying he'll get better. Like
He'll get better.
like so he was always the guy with potential. Now he'll move a notch up
Okay.
and live up to that potential.
Choco Squirrel.
What is Vishesh Dhawan saying? Love your analysis. The
Thank
best. Thank you so much, Vishesh. But he has a question. Which is, do you feel ICC should introduce a single ball to bring back reverse swing, making ODIs a bit more interesting? I have always said that. I love that time when the reverse swing used to be there. I don't know why they got those two new balls.
Yeah.
Okay, single
92,
ball. Okay.
right?
I thought he was talking about one ball like you
Not
used
92.
Then they
Sorry?
introduced this concept in 1982.
What?
Two new balls at different ends.
Oh, now recently.
No,
it must
basically
have
he's talking about
must
that
be about two
ball.
new balls, as in
Balls.
one innings you have two new balls.
Right.
Okay.
After
So right
34,
now
35.
you have two balls, one from each end.
Each end.
So each ball only gets 25 over old, which was not the case when Sachin Tendulkar was playing. That time you had only one ball for the 50 overs,
50 overs.
which is bowled from both ends.
Both ends.
So what happened? The ball would get old,
Old.
and then you would start. So if you had to make the ball into a reverse swing ball, and you worked on it, it took time, right? It took 20,
Yes.
30 overs to make a reverse swing ball, and then it would start getting. But now the ball doesn't get more than 25 over old.
Yep.
Which is a sad thing. Vishesh, I agree with you. I've always been saying you
Yeah.
should go back to that 50 over. By the way, people will may troll me for that, but that's one of the reason why I've said always that the hundreds that Sachin got in one day cricket were much tougher than
Yeah.
the hundreds that Virat got.
Yes.
Because Virat and co didn't have to deal with reverse swing, didn't have to deal with a soft ball.
Yeah.
In those days when Sachin was getting you 100, getting the first 50, 60 may have been easy, hard ball, fresh ball. But when that ball got 30, 35 over old, not only did you have to negotiate reverse swing, that ball became so soft.
Soft.
To smack it for fours and sixes was tough.
Yeah.
You needed a lot of energy, lot of power,
Spinners would
Yes.
get more purchase because of the slower.
and hitting boundaries was
I
tough.
would just say the quality of the bowling attack.
No, but I tell you, see, quality of the bowling. Now, the only argument in that is that in time, the bowlers in this generation also may go down in history as one of the best. For example, with Sachin and all, you will say, McGrath and Vaughan and whatever, Lee. But Virat Kohli has played in the era of Dale Steyn. He is
Yes.
going to be playing Jimmy Anderson.
Too.
So I'm just saying, by the time a lot of these bowlers finish, we don't know where, let's say, when Andrik Nokia
no.
or Rabada finish their
See,
career.
what-
10 years down the line, maybe you will count them.
No.
So you don't
In
know.
favor of Virat, I can only say one thing. That it is not his fault, the opposition that he's playing.
No, but
against.
opposition may not be weak also, is what I'm saying. The bowlers, see, whenever
lot
you
of
compare
things,
the current
rules.
rules, I agree.
Rules,
Rules, I'm saying
quality
that.
also, I think.
The bowlers you don't know. When they retire, then you will look back at those bowlers and
You're
say,
talking
how
about two
bad they
bowlers.
were.
You're talking about Dale Steyn and you're talking about Jimmy Anderson.
But I said, I don't know where
From
Rabada
this
finishes.
entire,
How do
okay,
you
I
know
include
where
Rabada also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Rabada
We don't
also,
know
okay,
where he
three
will
bowlers.
finish.
You can also
don't
include
know.
others. Bolt, Saudi,
Bolt, exactly.
Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins.
You don't know where Shaheen Shah Afridi
Shaheen
was
Shah
there.
Afridi would have been, yeah.
Exactly, right. I'm just saying that
Every team in that era, of course, Sachin Tendulkar played in so many eras.
Yeah.
Every team would have at least 2 to 3 bowlers. At least 2 to 3
There were
bowlers.
packs in all the, say for example, South Africa, Donald Pollock. Then
You had Donald, you had Pollock, you had okay.
Fani retired from tests.
Yeah, Fanny de Villiers.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, he retired.
Then in England you had
96.
Gough, you
That-
had Mulally.
England
the
still,
same,
I can
Yeah.
say,
West Indies you had Walsh, Ambrose, Bishop at that time.
Yeah.
In New Zealand you had Morrison as one of the best. Danny Morrison.
no, not the same level. Yeah.
Morrison
Not the
and,
same.
is
Not the same level. Not the same level.
Same level of.
Of the bowlers that I'm talking about. If I'm talking Jimmy Anderson, if
Yeah.
I'm talking Dale Steyn, they are not the same level. Why you all bowlers? Alan Mulally and Danny
Like
Morrison.
Darren
and-
Gough, amazing.
Darren
Darren
Gough
Gough
also.
also not.
Darren Gough also.
Not-
Walsh, Ambrose.
Yeah, okay. Fair. Those are
McGrath, Gillespie, Lee.
yeah. Those are fair. Those are fair. But I'm saying they will.
Muralidharan.
Muthaiya, Muralidharan, Shane won.
Shane won. You really think? Imagine Muralidharan had he been playing today, especially
1,000 wickets.
You never know. Maybe Sri Lanka, even with this team, just with Murli in that 11, you never know what he could have done here on these tracks.
What a day! 800
Yeah.
was touched today. We're
Yes.
talking about Murli.
Exactly.
800
Pragyan
test
Ojha
wickets.
was his last victory.
Pragyan
Imagine
Ojha.
somebody who had already announced his retirement.
Yes.
What a huge risk.
He is so confident.
Yeah.
I'll get 800. Yeah.
He could have actually.
He knew I'll get 800.
No, but
And the goal cricket.
Murli had good batting also, no, in the team. This current team does not have batters.
No, that is
Yeah,
fine. I agree.
bowlers. Jasurya.
Yeah, Jayasuriya was
I
there.
agree with you, but
What's
I'm
a bowler?
Vast.
I'm
Wow.
talking about Vishwanathan. Explain one question here. Vansh Jain wants to know. Vishwanathan, can you please explain why Vishwanathan Anand has not got Bharat Ratna?
But I guess it's the politics of the whole thing about Bharat Ratna.
what is the politics?
I mean, achievements sometimes are not taken into consideration at all.
Why?
No idea.
Has it happened?
Dhyan Chand hasn't got it. For whatever he did for India, for
Yeah,
the
I
world of sport, at a time when India was coming up,
That I agree.
Dhyan Chand should have been the first recipient of the Bharat
If you
Ratna.
gave it to a sports person.
in sports.
If you gave
In
it.
sports.
Yes.
See, the whole debate was earlier. The debate was sports people shouldn't get it only. There was a valid argument made for that, saying that it is, sport is not the most important thing in life, and contribution there may not be. So look at fields where it's a matter of life and death, like
No, then musicians.
Yeah, but it's a art form. Yeah,
See,
it's a very high
art
form.
is subjective.
Sport is
Sporting
not-
thing was
is
also
not
very
art.
subjective.
Sports now.
Though I am with you that everything is, skill wise.
I mean, look, given
There was
that-
a debate over that,
Yeah, I
that
mean-
whether sport should even be considered
Yeah.
for that. That, okay, I can still understand that debate. But if you've decided to give it to sports people, like you have, so
see, chess,
then
the simple explanation is India invented the sport, but over history it was not respected. And who mastered it? The Cubans in the very beginning in the 19th century and the Russians. Now, Anand became the first grandmaster. And he came at a time when the Soviet Union was still
yeah.
They were ruling.
strong, yeah. I mean, imagine, many people talk about his achievement that he faced Kasparov in the 95 World Championships. No, his achievements came in 91 and 92. Reggio Emilia and Tilburg, beating both Kasparov and Karpov to finish on top. Imagine.
Yeah.
And from 1991 till now, he's
He's from
still in the
Yakka?
top 10. So, I don't know what is the reason. I don't think maybe the government will not want to give him a Bharat Ratna, because I think there are the criteria are even more stricter now. If he gets it, great. If he doesn't get it, he needs nothing to prove. He's already, he's become the trailblazer.
Yeah.
From one in 1988,
Imagine.
in December, we now have
India
71
now is
GMs.
India is now a powerhouse in.
Yeah.
And because of that, even women GMs, they have also risen exponentially. It all started from Customs Colony, Besant Nagar, Adyar, Chennai.
RDR. Oh my God.
Yep. And see, because of Anand's exploits, the chess Olympiad torch every single time, wherever in the world you play, it will always begin from India.
So if they want somebody to come and give a speech that why Anand should get it,
Anand should
he should
recommend your name.
make the PowerPoint
I'll give it.
presentation.
Not
PowerPoint
his wife?
presentation.
No.
Not his wife.
What not his wife?
Anand's wife should give a recommendation, or no?
Doesn't happen that way.
Why? She has been a pillar of strength to.
Of course.
From 1996 onwards, yes.
Yeah.
If Anand became better, it was because of Aruna and the way how she managed his playing
Yeah,
schedules
because everything, yeah, she actually.
Behind every successful man is a woman,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yes.
Quickly, let's take where the match has started.
Yeah.
Nishant is saying even Tendulkar had played Stain Anderson, but Virat hasn't faced Akram, Wakar, McGrath, Murli.
I agree.
What is this name?
Ambrose.
No, before that.
Murli Karne.
Karna?
Warren must be. Yeah.
Warren.
W.
Oh.
Okay.
WRN. Okay,
Damn
sorry.
you, autocorrect.
I thought maybe he's saying Karna.
Karuna
He
Ratne.
doesn't.
Ambrose.
Ambrose, yes.
You know, for me, I think Sachin Tendulkar.
Next one, sure.
Not because of any other. Sachin Tendulkar also because of the conduct.
Yeah.
No,
the way
of
he's
course,
carried
Sachin
his
all
career.
format is the best batsman ever. I mean, no debate.
Yeah.
You ask me to pick one between Kohli and Sachin, I'll pick Sachin.
He is the
There's no
true
doubt.
ambassador of
Dusra.
cricket.
Where are you all this while Narayan is asking?
I was here, yaar.
एक और था यार, we
Narayan.
missed one more.
Come
Shivam.
on. For last so many months, ever since Sports Today
हाँ,
2.0
ये
started.
He's always been there. He's not been watching us. Sobham Sai, Gill may be flamboyant cricketer, but I always felt Ruturaj suited for all formats. As an opener, he can shift those gears so easily. No, I agree in terms of being a classy batsman who's got all the strokes, has enough time to play fast bowlers and play spinners very well. Ruturaj is also up there. I think they will both compete for being one of India's standout batsmen in the years to come.
Maybe for big shots, Ruturaj has a slight edge over Shubman. Big
Maybe.
shots.
To me, both of them, they look very pleasing to the eye. As simple as that. They look effortless. They're not brutal. Whenever they can actually score runs, they can score quick runs, and then they don't look brutal. Unlike many other batsmen.
Yeah.
There's a bit of cloud cover I could see building up. It always comes from that side, from the Savannah side. I could see some.
Shea Hope, 77 of 90.
You had picked
96,
most runs, West
96.
Indian.
67 strike
I
rate.
picked Nicholas Puran.
Nicholas Puran. And 3-0. Or here also 2-1.
No, 3-0.
3-0. For
Jitega to
India.
India.
See the conviction now. When you're playing against West Indies, 3-0 in favor of India. When you're playing against England, when you're playing against South Africa,
I said 2-1 in favor of India. Na? I said,
after the series got over.
no, I had said pehle.
देखा मैंने कहा था ना.
I had said Mayers, hopefully Mayers fires.
Saket Chatterjee is saying that with the logic of bowlers, then that way Gavaskar was better than Sachin.
Different era.
Different eras also.
Yeah.
But as I said, these debates are moot because there is a valid argument to be made from any side.
See, I just want to
All
shut
greats.
down that entire debate. I just say different eras. Bradman's greater or Tendulkar? Different eras. Can't compare.
No,
Same-
Bradman, even I can't compare because I have not seen Bradman.
Yeah.
Neither have I. But numbers are incredible, yeah.
Incredible. I mean, some numbers cannot be broken. And Bradman's is one of them. 99.94. Even now in the modern era, 12 double tons, 3 triple tons. It's only been equal, not been broken.
Yeah. Vansh Jain is telling you, looking forward to your videos on Chess Olympiad. That's his favorite sport. So please,
Thanks, Vansh. I will.
doing the Olympiad, please keep doing videos.
I will do it. Yes. I'll give an explainer on the Chess Olympiad format.
Yes.
Please
do that.
And it's starting, and the anthem's also been released by Ayer Rahman, which is pretty catchy.
The other day you were saying you don't like A.R. Rahman's music.
I don't like it.
You said it is overrated, you said.
Yes.
A.R. Rahman.
Because I come from an era where his master gave brilliant music.
No, but then bring his master.
Master's retired.
You are Ilayaraja fan? You like
Of
Ilayaraja?
course. Ilayaraja was the trendsetter. A.R. Rahman diluted Tamil music to make it too electronic. Folk has gone away totally.
Yeah, so that's okay, na? With the time it changes, na?
I mean, come on.
He's not saying he's a classical music producer.
To an extent, the other day actually we were discussing and even I agreed.
No,
I also said
I am
that.
saying it's a generational thing.
No,
People like
simple.
electronic.
No, how
subfusion.
can you, in a village
You're
kind
now
of...
getting, it's
Okay,
like
you
saying
tell me
it's
Jai Ho got the
it's-
Oscars.
No, I am saying it's like saying Kishore Kumar is a good singer. Everyone will.
Kishore Kumar is the best singer.
No, but if I start comparing him to
Mohammad Rafi.
not
Mohammad Rafi and Kishore Kumar right there.
Right there.
Yes.
Right there.
Nobody comes.
Bhimsen Joshi, then
Bhimsen-
he will not look the same, na?
No, but Bhimsen Joshi, these are two different
The
genres.
same thing I'm saying.
You've changed the genre.
But that's what I'm saying. Because a classical singer will always be there. Then you cannot compare mainstream.
I'll just
so
give
A.R.
one
Rahman
example.
is mainstream. You're going to compare to classical Tamil music. Obviously, A.R. Rahman is not making classical Tamil music.
But even
Music has
whatever
to be in
music he's
sync.
trying to create. or
Bollywood
recreate.
is music you cannot deny.
No,
Come
even
on.
music
You think
has...
is very good.
Outstanding. Not
See,
very good,
music has to be in
All
sync.
his soundtracks.
He used to be. To me,
All
he
is.
used to be very good.
From Roja to every...
That is what I'm saying. He used to be.
No, again, see...
Delhi 6. What a beautiful soundtrack.
Music has to be in sync, okay?
Huh? Mike?
Music has to be in sync. In a village-like situation,
Speaking.
okay, village-like situation, who puts Beethoven symphony music in it?
A.R. Rahman.
Of course. That answers my entire
And A.R.
criticism.
Rahman's academy
Beethoven's
his academy
in a village situation.
is also
Come on.
flourishing, I believe.
okay,
I'm sure his academy
Oh yeah, definitely.
is also flourishing.
See, but again, A.R. Rahman, why will be considered the greatest? Because he won the Oscars. Simple.
No. I loved him from before Oscar.
Yeah.
That Oscar, in fact, that soundtrack I wasn't too big a fan of.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
Slumdog. Slumdog.
Yeah,
Millionaire.
that's not the best music
Yeah,
that
it's
he
not.
created. or
Absolutely
See,
composed.
Rahman's music
Absolutely not. If you've heard
Yeah.
his other films,
his music is catchy. It's not pleasing to the ear. It's catchy.
No, I am not
Whatever
saying
it is,
that.
so that's
I'm
what
not
I
saying
want
he's
music,
a bad
yeah.
composer or a bad musician. He's a very good musician. I'm saying, but he is not extraordinary.
Yeah.
he is extraordinary. Yeah.
His
So
master
the
was
best you've ever
extraordinary.
had.
You
His
know,
master.
This is all. He's got.
That's what you're saying. Now you're saying, yeah, but you're getting Pandit.
No, but
Bhimsen
no
Joshi.
so
obviously
disrespect
he'll
to
be the greatest
Allah
for
Rakha
me, na?
Rahman though. No disrespect to him, obviously.
No, I'm saying he is very good. I'm not saying that.
But
like you are saying he's bad. He's a bad musician. You are saying he's an overrated musician. I'm saying
That
he's-
I agree.
I'm saying he's not. I'm saying he's very good, but he's not extraordinary or the hype that is. अरे अपना
Very few
Anu
times.
Malik, man. Anu Malik.
But by the way, I know
Anu
a lot of
Malik-
Anu Malik fans also. They love his.
Yeah, they-
music.
अरे Anu Malik has done some.
Bazigar.
Yeah.
absolutely.
90s.
Bazigar.
He
soundtrack,
ruled
yeah.
the roost.
Yeah, he did.
Bappi Lahiri in the 80s.
Yeah, but don't compare A.R. Rahman to Anu Malik. Why? A.R. Rahman is.
A.R. Rahman is A.R. Allah Rakha Rahman.
Easy. Come on, yeah. The soundtrack of Roja, the soundtrack of Bombay, soundtrack of Delhi 6.
What was that? Dil Se.
Dil Se.
Dil Se.
Oof. Seriously.
Then 4.
Arey, yaar, I cannot remember like that.
Nah.
If you cannot remember,
Out of that,
it is
two
a
options though I
testimony.
directly reject. Dil Se and Delhi 6.
No, Delhi 6 I can.
Roja I agree.
Delhi 6 I can still say. Delhi 6 I can say. Yeah, it was ठीक.
It was very good, yaar. What an album, Delhi 6 ka. What are you saying? With the Mohit Chauhan's voice, outstanding album. Super. hit. See,
Rockstar
Rockstar. What an album. What an album.
5.
I haven't heard Rockstar. So I
Open
can't
his
comment.
filmography. That's why any comments, open A.R. Rahman's filmography. Guys, help us with comment. Narayan, don't know when Shweta ma'am will come next, but we'll try to get her also, don't worry.
After this.
Quickly, open his filmography. इसका अलग होगा एक फिल्मोग्राफी का पेज. हाँ
नीचे.
वो
Go down,
फिल्मोग्राफी
go
हो
down.
रहा. हाँ उसको बड़ा करो आप. हाँ डायरेक्टर नीचे प्रोड्यूसर है. अरे यार
अरे where are you going? Go.
अरे वो ऊपर discography. Go to his discography. There ऊपर. There was a link of discography.
there
हाँ.
that link. Main article.
Main article, A.R. Rahman discography.
Now soundtracks, whatever. Come down. Roja, I said. ठीक है ना? Let's know all these Tamil movies.
Pudiyamugam was pretty good.
I don't know. See, Tamil films he'll only pick.
Gentleman got a national award. No, okay. No,
I'm,
The
these
Tamil
are all
Nadu
Tamil
states.
movies. Come
Filmfare
down.
award.
Come down. Telugu, Tamil, I haven't seen.
Tirda, yeah.
I don't know. Arey, come down. All Tamil movies only.
Rangila.
Rangila, yeah. Again. What are you saying? Iruvar is Tamil.
Yeah, but Iruvar I remember.
By the
I
way,
think Iruvar won
Dil
national
Se-
award also. No?
Dil
I
Se-
can't remember. Yeah.
हाँ, 1 second. धीरे.
Tal.
Tal.
No way. It was a terrible soundtrack.
Tal wasn't great,
It
but
wasn't
not bad
great,
either. Hey,
Terrible.
धीरे यार. Earth, by the way, it's a fantastic movie. Yeah.
One number. One song.
Yeah. Go down. Lagan. How can you forget Lagan?
What Lagan? So, Lagan, are you trying to tell me that Lagan
went
was
for Oscars,
a great
yaar.
music album.
Not great.
Then good
Movie
not
was
even good. So he didn't produce or directed. He didn't direct the
Went
movie.
to the
No?
Oscars, yaar. Got nominated.
Arey,
Tenali.
Imagine.
Boys, a terrible track in Tamil. It
I
was
don't know.
Siddharth Surinarayan and Jenilia
One
D'Souza.
second.
Swadesh. Yes, Swadesh I can say.
By the way, Yuva also was catchy numbers. Yuva.
The film, the Hindi
Rang De
version was
Basanti.
bad.
Rang De
Rang
Basanti.
De Vasanti.
Hindi Yuva was bad, Tamil was better.
Rubaru was nice in that.
Guru.
Guru ka to.
But it also
Many yaar, many we have picked.
not
Nah,
No,
जाने तू जाने ना
it was too dragging.
जाने तू या जाने
Gaji.
terrible is
Go down.
a compliment for that
But we have picked
soundtrack. Gajini, what Gajini there was nothing in Gajini.
music.
Song music no,
Niche.
I don't rate that music album too.
Delhi 6.
Very bad.
Very good.
Delhi 6 Blue
Oh,
couple. So you also have to see the
Bottom, ekdam
music
bottom.
albums that you are talking about. You also have to see the directors of that of those movies. The Mani Ratnam.
We are not talking about how the movie is made. It's a music like Delhi 6 flopped, but the soundtrack is very good.
But who was the director?
This one.
Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra. Yeah, so he was a good director.
Yes,
I'm also
he was.
so
He
look
is
at-
a good director.
Yeah.
Was he?
Oh yeah, but because he was, I'm saying the last movie that he directed till then.
yes.
But yes.
Arey, go to the question. People are asking cricket related questions. Surya sent a super chat from the US of
Is
A.
it early to judge Sky in ODI? Suri is asking.
Yes, sir.
It is.
Yeah, it is too early.
too
to
early.
judge him. I
Yep.
agree. He needs some more chances today, as we mentioned right at the start. That not easy to bat where he came to bat.
Austin Kuna is like saying Australia will play versus England a T20 series on 9, 12 and 14. So India can't play a series in Australia. So direct warm-ups then from 16th.
His favorite sports journalist is Rahul Rawat, sir.
Arey, Austin, thank you so much, yaar.
How do-
You're being too kind.
Naveen
Kunal
Veluswamy.
Ranjan is saying, बजा के चुटकी धूल चटा दे दे घुमा के.
What movie was it?
No, it was a
Yes,
2011 World
Yeah,
Cup.
World Cup, right?
2019.
Hey, 11.
Arey, the Commonwealth Games was
Was
also.
it 11?
11?
हाँ.
Shankar Mahadevan 2011
was it
World
11?
Cup.
Pakka?
Yeah.
No, it
Arey,
was a
Shankar
World
Mahadevan
Cup.
and
I know it was a
A.R.
World Cup,
Rahman,
but was it?
they
11.
have, A.R. Rahman and Shankar Mahadevan, they've got very good connection.
Yes.
So Commonwealth Games
Then you have
2010.
forgotten that. Kunal Ranjan, thank you for pointing that.
2010 Commonwealth Games, A.R. Rahman.
Naveen Veluswamy, Tamil music is vera level. Of course, it's
Just come
million
down.
times better.
Yeah.
Come down, Naveen Veluswamy.
Of course, Tamil
What
level
is Piyush
music.
saying? Arey,
Gaya.
slightly I had said, slightly. नहीं don't click, side से आया करो. हाँ. Ajay Atul, what is?
Oh, Ajay Atul is a Marathi
Ajay Atul,
composition
yes,
duo.
yes.
He was saying that
Zingat.
Marathi music is better than Tamil music. He said.
Totally disagree. Zingat, the original Zingat is Ajay Atul.
Acha.
How is A.R. Rahman in the sports?
Narayan, you know we can go anywhere. Wherever the conversation
Rahman today.
takes us, we go there. It's all
But
started
see-
because of Siddharth.
But whatever
Who said
it is,
he's overrated.
but whatever it is, you people have to agree and appreciate that at least we know our subjects.
Yes.
Yeah,
Give you
whether-
insight.
Even music.
Yes.
See, you. Okay.
Uh-oh.
West Indies have.
Lost the first
God.
wicket. Yeah.
We have to.
Shea Hope.
Hopeless.
Shea Hope you
Less.
Hope
highest
has
run
diminished.
at 60 strike rate. Huh?
But his strike rate. What was his strike rate?
Whatever is his strike rate, you said he'll be the highest run getter for West Indies this series.
7 or 17, 18, 41.
He could still be the
40. Strike rate of 40.
But he'll improve that by the
Yeah.
end of the series.
And who got
Okay,
him?
go back
Siraj.
to questions, Shivam.
Ajay Atul.
Which is the Piyush Nandre is asking, Which is the best Indian movie based on sport?
Pan Singh Tomar for me.
For me, it is Chak De India.
Pan Singh Tomar.
Pan Singh Tomar also.
I agree with you. Pan Singh
I like
Tomar.
Pan Singh Tomar also, but my favorite is Chak De.
But you would remember we did a
Yes!
show.
We have done a video on the best
Can
5
plug or replug.
sports movies from Bollywood.
Bollywood,
Not
yeah.
Hollywood. And in Hindi. And based on true stories.
Yes.
Yes.
Not fictional. So Lagan and all we did not consider because it was fiction.
83 we did, no?
We considered, but it
Yeah.
didn't make our list.
It didn't even make the cut, imagine.
Our top 5 movies based on true stories, Bollywood on sport. We have done a video. If you search,
There
on
you will
YouTube.
find your answer. Chak De or Pan Singh Tomar.
Which one we are not telling you.
Which one won
Won
the
the-
Oscars for us?
For us, our Oscars, sports today Oscars.
My
You can check
vote,
that
my
video.
vote would have gone to Pan Singh Tomar.
I picked Chak De as my favorite.
Because
sport.
Pan Singh Tomar was, it had other things also,
Yes.
although it was based on
Just-
a true story.
I mean, that one dialogue he says, no, I run a heptathlon and no one even considers. When I fire bullets, only then the media
The
recognizes me.
best line is क्या?
बागी तो
नहीं,
नहीं मैं बताता हूँ, डकैत तो पार्लियामेंट में मिलते हैं, क्या यहाँ तो बागी मिलते नहीं,
बागी होते हैं, हाँ. बिहार में तो
बिहार में तो बागी होते
बागी
हैं,
मिलते हैं.
बागी.
बिहार में तो
Yeah.
बागी होते हैं.
In my home state, this happened.
The great Irfan Khan
यार
went away so soon.
Yes.
Outstanding, one of my favorites.
Absolutely, I agree.
Right.
Amresh
One of his
Chaubey,
last images, by the way,
हाँ,
of I remember Irfan was watching a cricket match at Lord's with his family.
Oh.
He had gone for his treatment
yes.
2021?
In fact,
around that time. No, not India match. It was. I think it was some
in
other
fact,
some other series.
when this
he just went to
when
see.
this World Cup was being played, his balcony was actually overlooking some stadium. So that is
Bristol?
where, huh?
Was he in Bristol?
I don't know which
He's gone for his treatment.
place was it, because his cancer treatment I think was happening in England only.
England only, yes.
Yeah.
yes.
and US. I think he was.
Yeah. So because that is where, in fact.
Yeah.
But
So I remember this. So it was one match, and this was one of my last memories of watching. He was sitting in the stadium, and his 2 sons and wife, and they were all there watching it. This is during his treatment time. So he was a big cricket fan. So he had just gone to see a match at Lord's.
one of the
Finest actors.
finest actors
I agree.
of this generation.
So natural. So
better
natural.
than a lot of
Yeah.
Right from his TV days.
overrated actors.
I tell people that a good actor is one that if he gets a small role also, he leaves you.
Yes, with an impact.
So I remember this film Heather I'd seen, and in that I'd gone to a theatre, and his entry is just before interval. Before he made that entry, and it rarely in today's time. Earlier, you remember this to be whistles or not. This time, before that scene was to come 10 seconds before that, people started whistling in the hall. I was like, what is that? Like hero ki entry hoti thi na? And actually it was his entry, and then the interval happened. So obviously the guys who were whistling were the second time, third time watcher of the film, and they were, so the old thing of whistles when a hero's entry, and he had a very small role. But even then in that film,
Hustle, you would remember Hustle, that
yeah.
movie. In fact, that was based on UP University College politics.
Yes.
And I don't think he was neither the main lead nor the main villain. Also, he wasn't.
No.
So it was just a decent role for him. He left an impact. I think.
Makbool. On
but
Macbeth.
Makbool had a major role.
Major role.
Oh, he was outstanding in it.
I think Hustle.
But in that, Pankaj Kapoor.
Pankaj Kapoor, yes.
I think
Took that
Hustle
film.
changed his career.
I
to an
think
extent.
I realized the potential in the lockdown when it happened, the first lockdown 2020. I stumbled upon a DD serial, Shrikant.
Shrikant.
At
I
that,
haven't seen that.
Farouk Sheikh and Irfan Khan were in that.
Farooq Sheikh, another great actor.
87.
Yeah. He started from Doordarshan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He
Shrikant.
got Best villain.
Best villain.
Filmfare. But by 2000 fair, I think Filmfare had also lost
Yeah.
its charm.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, although, he was great. Namesake.
National Film Award, he won Best Actor for Pan Singh
Pan
Tomar.
Singh Tomar.
Of course.
Oh.
Lunchbox, by the way.
23rd. Lunchbox.
Lunchbox by Best Actor National Award.
And imagine simple movies. Lunchbox.
Yep.
Hindi medium.
Yeah. Angrezi medium was his last movie. It released after his death.
After that, yes.
And there was one more movie.
By the way,
Kareeb Single.
I have seen it. Very nice.
good movie.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Which is the earlier thing? Super chat. You removed it. नहीं लिया था.
It was simply an agreement that A.R. Rahman is overrated.
हाँ.
No, he said.
नहीं, इसके बाद एक और था. Somebody
I
said that I agree that.
Really sorry, yaar, I'm forgetting your name. We'll see if we can.
Ajay Atul and all the others would beat him for melody.
He's saying that I agree with you guys that A.R. Rahman is a little overrated. In fact, Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Ajay Atul, and there are a few more composers and musicians who are better than him.
Yep, indeed.
Now take the. What do you guys think about Ben Stokes' early retirement? Yeah, and we already spoken about it a lot.
Yeah, had to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't expect, but
I mean, too much of formats, cramped up, and imagine
for a fast bowling all rounder.
Yeah.
एक जगह रोक दो ना यार. It's okay. रोक दो एक जगह.
Satyam Sharma, why are you
Vansh
ignoring-
Jain says, by the way, when you pick the films, your subscribers were 48,000. He remembers that also.
Wow.
When you made the video about
Why,
the top
Vansh?
five.
That's why chess is his favorite game.
Yes,
He's got
Vansh
a
Jain.
very calculating and photographic memory.
He actually checked that video.
No, but how would he know how many subscribers we had at that time?
Yeah. He's got a photographic memory. Vansh
No,
Jain.
he's one of our initial watchers for the longest time. Sagnik Ghosh saying, why can't I see this match live? Well, Sagnik, you can watch it live on Doordarshan. You can also watch it live on Fan Code app. Download the app and download it on your phone or your OTT or a smart TV, whatever you have, you can watch it on that.
Yep.
Satyam Sharma is saying, Nikhil sir, why are you ignoring my message? Acha, I'm not ignoring your message, Satyam.
I just read it out.
Soumya Bhattad says, currently my favorite is Pankaj Tripathi and Manoj Bajpayee. I agree. My current favorite best actor is Manoj Bajpayee.
Yes.
He's my favorite actor right now. He's
Mr. Versatile. Mr.
Been for a
Versatile.
long
Can
time.
do anything.
And the way he does it.
Yeah.
From Bhigu Matre, from
Satya, that was.
even in that Family Man, he was outstanding.
Yeah. But for
You've
me.
seen Family Man on Amazon Prime?
But for me, Manoj Bajpayee is.
Yeah, what was that thing? Is what was that line? Average. What was that? His boss keeps telling him, "Na, be a this. Don't be a guy." What guy? What guy was that? Don't be a. Somebody tell us. What is that line in Family Man? His boss tells him, "Don't be a average guy" or something like that. He says, "Na."
But for me, the genius of Manoj Bajpayee was in Con.
Con. What a.
Oh my goodness.
Also genius of the director.
It was RGV.
Gopal Verma.
RGV. Yes.
Ram Gopal Verma.
Correct.
I think what struck him after.
It happens with geniuses. They'll do the smartest and the most intellectual of things and then shoot themselves in the foot.
Just lost the plot.
Lost it.
Absolutely.
But Con, my goodness,
Yeah.
I still remember.
Gripping.
And savage twist. I never imagined that twist.
Yeah. By the way, just to answer Nikhil Baid's question, how come Chak De is not fictional? That's because Chak De is inspired by the true story of two former hockey coaches in Mr. Kaushik, God bless his soul, and Meer Ranjan Negi. And it loosely based on the 2002 women's team that won the gold in Commonwealth
Games.
So it is loosely based on that. They've of course added some masala to make it even more.
In
Dhruv Devagiri saying it was England versus Pakistan match at Lord's 2019.
Could have been. Dhruv, you're right.
Yeah.
I remember Irfan watching.
The last series
It wasn't an
before the
India
World
match.
Cup.
It wasn't an India match. And I was just watching the match and the broadcaster cut to it.
Yeah.
And he was sitting, because at that time he was not being seen regularly. Everyone
Yes.
knew that he's going through stream. And I was like, "Arey, that's him watching the match." He was with his sons and...
That was the last ODI
fact,
series before the World Cup.
It came as a shock and surprise that he was diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't remember.
He put a tweet or something out saying that, I've been...
Yeah.
Don't be a minimum guy, Kunal
Don't be a
Ranjan.
minimum
Oh,
guy,
yes.
Kunal Ranjan. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, that's true. That was the line.
Although I didn't like that part of where they are tackling that LTT terrorism. I didn't like that part.
There is a fantastic short film of Manoj Bajpayee. You should watch it. I'll just tell you guys the name of that movie, where he plays a cop. There's a Maharashtrian cop.
Traffic.
No.
No, that was the.
Traffic
Was it
film.
Shul?
No. Short film.
Short film.
Okay, Austin Kuna, by the way. Austin Kuna is saying no debate.
Tandav.
Huh?
Tandav.
Tandav. It's a 11-minute film.
Oh.
You can watch it for free on YouTube. Tandav. Manoj Bajpayee's film. It's brilliant. It's serious, but you'll die laughing.
Huh.
It's brilliant. 11 minutes.
To go back.
Yeah. Tandav. No. Don't violate. You know, because the whole thing
I
is about.
finished Game of Thrones. But
No. But you know, this
Achha,
is
I get
about
your point.
expressions.
I get your point.
Okay.
It's subtle, na. So you have, it needs your attention, because the whole story is told in 11 minutes. You know that even pauses and silence is important. What you can do in a lot of series where you can just listen.
Traffic
and,
lights.
No. You can do it 11 minutes, so you can sit in the car before you start.
Yeah.
It's 11 minutes.
Austin
more
Kuna is saying no debates. Sachin is the best of his era. Rafi Saab and Kishore Da, best of their era.
So now he's clubbed it very smart.
But this era is dominated by Virat Kohli and Arijit Singh.
That is true, actually. I agree with you, Austin.
Yep.
Absolutely right.
Although in that
You-
era of Rafi and Kishore, there should have
Aye,
been
aye.
an addition of Mukesh. Very, very underrated, but he was.
No, Mukesh. In fact, majority of his songs, Raj Kapoor's songs.
Yeah.
Mukesh used to
Mukesh.
sing late Raj Kapoor's songs.
Kunal Ranjan has tagged me on Twitter by taking a picture of our show, which is like this.
I think there's a super chat.
Yeah.
Kunal,
Who's it?
how creative is this? See this.
Don't be a minimum guy.
Oh.
Abhishek Goodness.
India Pakistan matches again. I feel again it'll be more stressful, and again World Cup. If India has to win World Cup, they have to play well against Shaheen and Bolt. Please turn on India 11 and World 11. Plans are there.
Yes. No, plans. It should happen.
On
In fact,
August 22nd, right? That's
no,
the
and
date.
a lot would depend. That Zimbabwe series also you'll have to see, because the government, the proposal, in fact, government also will have a role to play
Yes.
there. So they would also want some of these big names to be
Names.
part of
Yeah.
that team.
Yeah.
So you may not see a full strength team. Maybe KL Rahul will lead the team in Zimbabwe. Or
So we'll field a C team in Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
then a B team for the India 11 this thing, and the A team is taking rest.
No. You never know. Maybe the India A.
Oh, they'll have to be there.
Yeah.
They'll have to be
Number
there.
one team
yes.
might just play. No, I'm saying maybe KL Rahul would lead this team.
Yeah.
The India versus
World
the rest
11.
of the world team.
Yep.
And Hardik
Why do you say
Pandya
that?
might just lead the Zimbabwe too, or vice versa. Or you never know.
But India-Pakistan will be so much fun.
No, I'm talking about
You
that
will get to see
No.
4 India-Pakistan matches, potentially 5
this year.
in the next few months. Potentially
3
5.
Asia Cup.
Two guaranteed. in
3-5.
Asia Cup.
Okay, he's saying
Third could be the final.
Yeah.
4th guaranteed in the T20 World Cup. 5th could be a knockout in the T20.
Oh my God! Again.
Commonwealth champion woman.
Women's cricket also, Commonwealth. Yeah, but I'm talking about the men's
31st
team.
or
yeah.
29th. Is that
31st.
game
So
is
5 men.
Plus woman.
No, 5
5
men.
men
Five
plus
men.
women. Makes it 10 man.
Men's cricket, potentially 5 matches coming your way.
Yep.
India-Pakistan.
Wow.
What a treat.
Yep. And unfortunately, only in multi-nation events. There will be no bilaterals.
Yeah.
But
Answer Narayan's question, our chess expert. What are
Okay.
India's chances in the
What-
upcoming,
in the upcoming
chess
chess
Olympiad?
Olympiad? Are both the teams of India A and B equal in competence? This is a great show. Thanks, Narayan. Well, India A is the male, India B is the female group that is there.
what he's asking.
India's chances are very good because
They're the defending champions.
yes, one of the
We
defending
shared
champions.
it with
One of the defending champions is banned. Russia are not participating this time. China are also not participating. France are not sending their strongest team.
What are you?
So, the only team that can stop India's gold quest for the chess Olympiad is the USA. They are fielding their strongest team. So, you could see a USA versus India final potentially. But do not count out all the other Soviet satellites like Azerbaijan, because Shakyar Mamadero and all the others are from Azerbaijan. So,
But this is like 1980 Olympic medal for India.
When a lot
Hockey.
of
yeah, not really, but see,
countries boycott.
Russia's banned from all sporting activity because that's going on. China, because of the existing tensions that's there.
very unfair, by the way. When US is the aggressor,
Geopolitics. I'm not even getting
a lot of
into
places
that.
when US were the aggressor, whether it was in the Middle East,
By the way,
whether it was in Vietnam, wherever,
Yeah.
then they are not banned.
but by the way,
war
you
is
mentioned.
bad, and I do not support it.
You mentioned
I'm saying,
about.
but you should have the same standards.
By the way,
Same
you mentioned about the US. I think a recession is on its way.
Yep.
End of the year, and in the US, it has officially been declared also.
Yep.
Yeah, India, you can see the inflation rising. Yeah,
So India's chances are really good.
hold on tight to your money.
Oh
I
yeah.
Sit
don't
tight.
have money.
No, whatever you have, car you have, na, hold on tight to it.
I hope they just waive off all the loans and everything.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
I hope so.
Yeah, but seriously.
I'm telling you, inflation is on a rise, taxes are increasing. Even in India, you won't believe now how many people I know in general life who see the after effect of corona. Now they're beginning, especially in business,
Yes.
feeling it now. It took time.
Yes.
So that thing, what you lost in manufacturing and you lost in
They have to make up
Yeah.
for lost time,
A
and they'll
lot of-
increase and spike
and what
it.
is happening, a lot of businesses are going deeper in debt because to cover that debt they've been taking loans and loans, and that chain of events. Now I know a lot of very affluent people who are in businesses all are right now bad shape.
Exactly, and also you have to realize, see, the moment your fuel rises, of course, fuel prices have been, they have reduced the prices. At one point, they were 104, 105, but because the fuel price, it regulates your economy to a great extent, because everything has to be transported somewhere or the other. This bat is also dependent on your fuel price. This television set, everything, your vegetable, everything is dependent on
And fuel price is different, jet fuel is different.
Yes.
So jet fuel is through the roof. So even traveling by
Flight tickets are so expensive as
and
well.
your taxes, and and a lot of it, because what is happening in US, we will also somehow or the other be impacted. We, as in the entire world, would be impacted, and a lot of it has to do with the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Correct.
And maybe the decisions that US took.
If you have to look at cricketing, this is Zimbabwe's inflation's gone up by 131%. Sri Lanka is on the brink. But actually Zimbabwe are on another.
You save that one, earlier one. This is the one.
Yeah.
Okay, Abhishek Goodness is saying India ko jeetna hai. Can India win against Pakistan? Not a repeat of 2021, as that loss still hurts. I agree, Abhishek.
Yeah.
The whole of India would want India to win.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a close game,
Yeah.
and that's what we want.
See, one hopes that India gets to face Shaheen Shah Afridi in the Asia Cup, because that knee injury is
Yes.
pretty severe that he might be out of the Asia Cup. So again, we'll face him directly at the World Cup.
We don't know.
Yep.
Narayan saying you're talking about recession ahead of us, but US stock market is again rising. How do you explain
By
that?
the way, Indian stock market is also risen.
Exactly, and this I'm talking about towards the end of this year, around November, December. If you go
Shivam,
through a lot
what
of
are we
research papers and reports that are already in
Shivam?
public domain, it has already been.
नहीं वो नहीं लिया है. लिया हमने
400
नहीं लिया है.
this we took.
नहीं we didn't take this.
The World 11, India 11, Rahul elaborated on it, and then Shaheen and
we've
Bolt.
taken World 11 versus India 11.
We took it. And now this, again, stock markets are not reflective of your current economic
Yeah.
situation. Simple.
Exactly.
So that tells you, if you have money, invest in stocks.
I don't have
Things will-
knowledge about
Same.
Neither do
and share
I.
market.
Neither do I. But
No,
Same.
you to have been a very lucky.
no, I have been very unlucky.
I know.
If you were lucky, you would have been in Las Vegas, not here.
Yes, absolutely.
Huh.
Yeah.
But those people who were lucky with you, you were unlucky, but there must have been a few other people.
They
who-
must be in Las Vegas only. I'm unlucky, so I'm sitting
Anyways,
with
we've
you guys
discussed-
at 12 at night.
I can actually very well imagine the interest that so many people, including you, have in this match between India and West
Yeah,
Indies. That
I'm
you
They
loving
made a
it.
good start, 33 for 1 in 9 overs.
Yeah. And see the same thing, hard ball.
Yep.
that you've discussed cricket, of course, that's the bread and butter. You've
A.R.
discussed
Rahman.
A.R. Rahman, you've discussed Irfan Khan, you've discussed best movies, best
Bollywood.
sports movies. Then you've discussed Chess Olympiad, you've discussed
Market, recession.
recession,
CWG.
market, CWG, and I'm just guessing.
So you had a buffet. You had a buffet at midnight.
Besides cricket and sports, what all did we discuss?
Everything.
Geopolitics.
Music, Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, geopolitics,
Everything. We have had a buffet.
Films.
films, music.
So basically,
Shivam, you
we
also want
covered
to be a
the
Any other subject, go down to the bottom. You may have got.
we have covered the whole gambit.
Ah. India has done a good job, Abhishek is saying, of
Nah.
internalizing
Internalization.
of rupee and should focus on manufacturing and leading in semiconductor production and defense budget.
Two
No,
points.
defense
That's-
budget too. They've already announced, no, that they will now focus on exporting.
Yes.
Although, if I'm not wrong, 70% or more than 50% of our defense equipment
Is
comes
in-
from Russia.
yeah,
Russia.
that is. Go down to the bottom, please, Shivam.
Sri Lanka might.
And वो थोड़ा बड़ा कर दोगे, please.
Can we import bow and arrow
Okay.
to Sri Lanka?
See, Raghav Dixit is saying you guys are far more interesting than today's match. Please continue.
No, I'm saying, can we export? No, because we have said that we want to be self-sufficient as far as defense equipment is concerned. That we will start exporting now. Maybe in times to come, Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka, that Siddharth pointed out, maybe we'll export bow and arrows to Sri Lanka.
Get
Back to the Mahabharat
cold,
times.
relax.
Why? I'm talking about their economy. They should also be in a position to buy all these defense equipment from us.
They are not in a position.
So,
Quickly.
bow and arrow.
They don't need bow and arrow. Okay.
By the way,
Increase the font, please. I can't see it.
By the way,
Shivam, please make your thing later. I can't
we
see
are
that.
talking. By the way,
हाँ.
I'm just reminded of we're talking about defense equipment and all this.
हाँ.
I just saw that news. Salman Khan has also applied for
What?
a licensed pistol
Oh my
for his
God.
protection.
Yeah.
Yep.
The death threats against him, isn't it?
Yeah. Dhruv Devagiri, if
I think
FIFA ban
we-
India wanted
if we
to.
carry on further,
Yeah.
we may also have to apply.
Yeah. Well, Dhruv Devagiri, the latest update is the constitution will be finalized by Supreme Court on July 28th. So,
Whose constitution?
FIFA.
AIFF.
Talking
AIFF.
about the FIFA ban on Indian.
So, if they hold the
football.
elections, they escape the ban.
All India Football Federation.
Yes. So, perhaps you have escaped the ban, but you have to hold the elections after.
All the video, please tell them to watch.
all
There's
I have done a
disclaimer
video on the IOA situation, which includes even the AIFF
All
and
the
the FIH.
constitutions are under threat.
Yes.
The sports federations I'm talking about, the Indian Olympic
Yes.
Association, the AIFF, and of
FIH,
course the BCCI,
BCCI.
constitution is also that.
Yeah.
I think today is Thursday, not yesterday.
Today is Friday.
I
Now
think
it's Saturday.
Wednesday next day.
Jamie Vardy joining us
Oh,
all the
he's-
way from UK.
I think
He wants to know, please give transfer market review till now. Jamie Vardy himself, an English Premier League player.
Yep. Well, if
I had told Shane to do, but has he been?
he will do it tomorrow.
He'll do it tomorrow.
Yep. First
Remind
thing in
him
the
to
morning.
do
Yep.
it tomorrow.
Yep.
Narayan has a question for you.
Okay, is Magnus going to defend his title? I don't know that he may not be doing that. Well, I did a video explaining that why Magnus Carlsen will not defend his title. Two simple points. He's bored, burnout. Second, he is not happy with the format of the World Championship.
Don't give all details.
Watch the video for more.
For detailed analysis, watch the video on Sports Today.
Yep.
Already being put. That one, Shivam? Okay, go down to the bottom, please. Nofil Zak is telling you, Rahul, please do an interview with Pant.
Ask
He
Pant
must be
to give
free
me an
right now.
interview.
Why should he? You ask. He's free right now. He must be waiting for your call.
Sorry?
He must be waiting for your call. That you will
The
call
next
him.
opportunity we'll get definitely.
See, Piyush Nandre is saying petrol was 78 when Kohli last scored his 100.
Oh yes.
If this is a true number, I should tweet this.
But I think
Yeah.
he'll be there and thereabouts. If not 78, but I think he's...
Petrol went past 100. Students have scored 100. Kohli's not got a 71st. Unfortunate.
Find out.
Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.
What is that? Power play.
Yep. 52 for 1 in 10 overs. Good start for the West Indies in a chase of 309.
Dhruv Devagiri saying, please interview Lalit Modi.
2019, no?
Shobit Mathur is saying, do you think there is any opener like Sehwag till today? Shobit is asking.
2019.
David Warner is kind of Sehwag.
But he lacks that potency in all formats.
Pink water.
No, but,
Actually, it
but
was
David
not
Warner
even
is more successful in
78.
white ball.
White ball, yeah.
It was-
But in test,
Sehwag.
Actually, it was not even 78. It was even less than 78 when Virat got his last 100. It was somewhere around 73.
73, just to correct.
Wow.
Century, I think Kolkata pink water.
Yes.
November 2019.
Any other opener? Talking about good openers, I hear stories. I didn't watch him. I hear
Perhaps
no,
Gill
white
was-
ball, no, but test cricket.
Test
he
heat
wasn't.
never opened.
In test, I heard stories about Barry Richards. He used to be like that
Oh,
kind of an
yes.
opener. 100 before lunch in those days.
What about Matty Hayden? Hayden?
Matty Hayden, yeah. But again,
What?
Saying
answer the question. Do you think there is any other opener like,
like Sehwag
till
for
today?
impact and for aggression.
In India?
Anywhere in the world.
Test cricket, I
I
think.
say Matthew Hayden on par. Aggression and that intimidation factor.
If you ask me to pick Hayden between Hayden and Sehwag, I'll pick Hayden.
I'll pick Sehwag in test cricket.
I'll pick Hayden.
In test. In white ball, I'll pick Hayden.
I'll pick Hayden. Sehwag is a very easy choice when it comes to India. All-time 11.
Yep.
Sehwag and Gavaskar will be the openers for India. The kind of impact as an opener, I agree, Sehwag. But if you ask me to pick one between Sehwag and Matthew Hayden, I'll go with Matthew Hayden.
The other one we've taken, Shivam, just come down, bottom, make them. Dhawan says, please give some investment tips. If
That's the last
recession is
thing
about
we
to
need.
come, where should
At
we
12
park
in
our
the
money
night.
and how
I am
long?
very bad. Trust
So am
me.
I.
I am just telling you
For
what I
that-
have read.
Please watch our other platform called Business Today.
Business
Yes.
Today. Biztak. Is there a Biztak?
This Business Today.
Business today.
In Hindi, Bistak or West?
See?
There is Bistak, I think.
Arre,
Yes.
I'm telling you, like kitchen tak.
Kitchen.
That day also you were making fun of my
Life tak, food tak.
Film tak.
Biztak.
What is he asking? Investment, please go to Business
Biz
Today or Bistak.
If you have money and you want to park it somewhere, I'll give you my account number. You can park. Send it to. And see the number of super chats that Narayan has sent today.
Oh yes.
He must have
I
money
think
to park.
This is
He wants
secure
to-
investment.
He wants to invest somewhere.
I think this is secure investment.
This is a very secure investment.
Yes. Pay super chats in sports today. That's it.
I know you guys stay somewhere nearby, and it's a privilege that I don't have.
But I thought you were going to stay back and do the show now. What is the rush? There were so many questions. Please, Shivam, do this later. We have not seen
Shamshera.
Have
It
you?
released today,
Shamshera, I
and
haven't.
we've been in the office since morning. Obviously, we've not seen.
Vansh Jain is giving you tips, Narayan. What you have to do.
Go for
Financial tips.
IEX.
No idea.
I need money. Rest,
Chalo.
everything, I'll take care of.
Okay, on that note, okay, time to say goodbye to our lovely family on Sports Today who join us every day and help us have a nice conversation.
Yes.
Because that way, you know, we get ideas from you, we share our own thoughts, and the
Yep.
conversation happens. So it's good time that we have with you guys around. So do
Yes.
join us tomorrow. Oh no, after the match.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
That is tomorrow.
That is
It's
tomorrow.
already
Today.
tomorrow.
Okay, today.
It's
Yeah.
already tomorrow is today.
Already 12.
Yes.
So join us today. Post match,
Yep.
we'll see you.
Chalo, till that
Vanakkam.
time, watch stand up.
Yes.
Tandav.
Yep.
Manoj Bajpayee, my favorite.